know what? We're getting ready to pull into the bank, and you're going to get to make your first deposit.
You're going to feel so good after making this deposit.
You's going to be rich, sister.
Yay.
Unlike the other Chrisleys, who are entirely Caucasian, she's biracial and is half black and half white. Todd and Julie's granddaughter Chloe joins them on Chrisley Knows Best. Todd's oldest son Kyle and Angela Johnson are the parents of the girl. Chloe is undoubtedly the cutest girl ever, and Chrisley Knows Best fans will all agree. We'll be talking all about her in this video. Along with that, we'll discuss her grandparents and parents, as well as the posts they make about her. So, to find out everything, watch until the end. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Topish. We have some exciting stories that are full of lip-smacking delicacies, so make sure to subscribe to our channel and don't forget to press the bell icon. With that being said, let's begin. If you're unaware of Kyle's backgrounds or the reason he left the show after the first season, you should be aware that his journey has not always been easy. First off, according to E! News, Kyle has battled bipolar disorder and occasionally resisted taking the medications he needs to stay healthy. He also admitted on his Facebook page that he struggled with substance abuse, which had a detrimental effect on his ability to be a good parent. Chloe's mother is said to have been detained and accused of Medicaid fraud, so she has had encounters with the law, according to Starcasm. Kyle Chrisley, Todd and Julie's eldest son, is a reality star, and he once dated Angela. We don't know if Kyle and Angela married, as there's no evidence that the couple ever were, and neither Kyle nor Angela acknowledged that they were a married couple. Miss Johnson and Chrisley allegedly lived together while they were still dating, but they never gave marriage or starting a family any thought. Why did Kyle Chrisley and Angela Victoria Johnson split up? Angela Victoria Johnson and her ex-boyfriend were enjoying a happy life together before he became involved with drug addiction. Angela had to deal with many problems as a result of Kyle's drug use, so she decided to end their relationship and move on. Kyle allegedly mistreated Angela Johnson while she was pregnant. According to her testimony to Life and Style, her ex-boyfriend choked her as she was carrying Chloe. Even before flinging a pill bottle at her and hitting her, he threatened to stab her, took a knife, and talked about doing so. Additionally, Kyle's drug abuse resulted in numerous arrests. The following year, Kyle Chrisley and Angela Victoria Johnson had their daughter, Chloe. Todd Chrisley published a message on Instagram wishing Chloe a happy birthday. He shared a number of images of him and Chloe on social media on November 11th, 2019. Now 8 years old, the young child now lived with her grandparents. Despite having a similar appearance to her mother, Kyle struggled with drug addiction for many years before giving birth to her. She and her daughter get along well, and in her Twitter bio, she expresses her feelings for her daughter. It states, "I have a beautiful baby girl who I would do anything for and adore dearly." She often posted pictures of her daughter on her Twitter page as well. However, she hasn't updated her social media since 2016. She posted the final photo of her and her daughter online in March 2016. Angela Johnson went through a legal battle after giving birth to Chloe a year later. Although she fought for custody of her child, the Chrisley family ultimately prevailed in the legal dispute and kept her daughter. Despite this, she made an effort to spend as much time as possible with Chloe and saw her frequently. According to Radar Online, Chloe's mother was arrested in Anderson County, South Carolina in 2016 for stealing from Medicaid and food stamps. Angela lied on a request for assistance, goods, and services. Despite the fact that Todd and Julie Chrisley are not Chloe's biological parents, the courts granted them full custody of the child in 2014. This occurred after Kyle, Todd's son, suffered a mental breakdown that might have endangered his daughter, Chloe. Chloe missed Chrisley Knows Best because of the ongoing legal drama, and it turns out that Chloe was prevented from participating in the show by a court order. The problem was that Kyle insisted on being paid for her appearances and threatened to sue the network if her demands weren't met. So Todd made the decision to shoot without her. Radar Online requested his clarification, and he quoted, "At the end of the day, we had to do what was best for Chloe. She shouldn't have to go through this, and we had no intentions of giving Kyle any money." Todd, a biracial grandparent, decided it was time to have a conversation about race in America. As the grandparent of a biracial child and in light of the murder of George Floyd by Minneapolis police officers, Todd thought it was time for a conversation about race in America. He stated on Instagram that in order to accomplish this, he and Julie Chrisley and Chloe would talk about it on the Chrisley Confessions podcast. In the episode, Todd discussed the preparations he's making for Chloe to enter the world as her grandparent, saying Chloe must participate in these conversations because she is 7 years old. She must be aware that this country and the rest of the world will see her through the perspective of a black girl. He went on to say that Chloe's presence in his life compelled him to learn more about silent racism, which was a worthwhile learning experience. "I have a black mom and a white dad, and I love how God made me," Chloe told the audience in her speech. Todd alleged that Chloe was bullied by her classmates because she was different from the others. As she went on, Chloe mentioned yet another instance of bullying she had endured at the hands of the other students. The students in her class once dressed up as fictional characters, they said. Chloe, the other girls, and themselves wanted to be unicorns, and the other girls eventually revealed to Chloe that unicorns are actually white, not black. Todd also mentioned the girls' complaints about Chloe's dark curly hair, and in the end, Todd and Julie decided Chloe should attend a different school with a more diverse student body. Chloe had been begging them to straighten her hair, it was admitted. However, Todd even acknowledged that they had previously always declined, citing their desire to prevent Chloe's curls from being harmed by hair heating. A chic match convinced him that they could straighten her hair without damaging it. Todd was perplexed as to how Chloe's straight hair made her appear older, even though he agreed that she looked great with it. Todd assured his audience that things have changed for the better, and she also learned how to appreciate the beauty of her dark skin and curly hair. Fans of Chrisley Knows Best are aware that despite being Todd and Julie Chrisley's granddaughter, Chloe Chrisley never refers to them by name. Todd said that Chloe every now and again calls me Papa and occasionally calls me Dad in an interview with the Tennessean. She calls Julie Mom or Mimi. However, the Chrisleys never threatened Chloe or even suggested it might be appropriate. Todd, however, asserts that she came by those endearing utterances naturally. "They told us through our child psychologist not to fix it," he said. "It's the same as saying let her establish her own natural rhythm, to allow her to relate to us on her terms. That does seem fair because Chloe has the freedom of choice and expression." Despite Chloe's complicated birth circumstances, Todd was able not only to love her, but also grow as a person as a result of her. In an emotional Instagram post, he praised God and said, "The cutest gift from God. I thank you, Lord, for every gift you've ever given me, for every learning experience I've learned the difficult way, for all the things I was mistaken about, and for the ability to love, forgive, accept, and move on." Todd continued by saying that Chloe had enhanced his life and that he would exert all of his efforts to assist her. He continued, "This child is our blessing, and we will treasure that for the rest of our lives." It's obvious that the Chrisley family members truly love and care for one another, despite their frequent arguments. Horseback riding is a Chrisley family tradition that started long before the cameras started rolling for their hit show, Chrisley Knows Best. Savannah Chrisley has participated in equestrian activities since she was a young child, according to a post on her Instagram page. Because of this, Chloe, a 5-year-old taking riding lessons, may have been especially in charge. Chloe seems to enjoy riding horses for personal enjoyment, and not just for the sake of the show. In 2018, Julie shared a photo of Chloe mounted on a horse on her Instagram page. It says in the caption, "Sunday greetings, the first horse show's recordings." In addition, Todd shared a cute Instagram picture of Chloe riding a horse in 2018. "And off she goes again," he wrote. Chloe appears to have a happy and healthy home life, but there has undoubtedly been drama there. In an interview with the UK tabloid The Daily Mail, her biological father claimed that Todd had once taken advantage of his daughter for personal gain. "My dad showed absolutely no interest in Chloe before the show, even when it was suggested that having a mixed-race child would attract to his demographic. He didn't want to see her before that." Kyle even went so far as to say that Todd wasn't interested in talking to her, and Todd was extremely offended by the claim, which he vehemently denied, telling E! News that it was likely the most heartbreaking thing in the article. After getting sober in 2019, Kyle clarified the record in a Facebook post, by admitting that everything I said in my interview was a made-up story. That was intense, man. Don't you think so? That ends today's video. Please leave a comment below to let us know what you think will happen next with the Chrisleys. Like and share this video to stay up to date on their progress, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Topish keeps you up to date on all the latest Hollywood celebrity news, drama, and gossip. Subscribe to our channel and check back for new videos and updates, and we'll see ya in the next video.